Good morning. It's the 26th of March, 2026, and I'm Reg Knight. 40 years ago, F-15s took off from England and flew 17 hours one way to attack Muammar Gaddafi's mansion in Libya. This was in response to a bombing in Berlin that unalived two American soldiers. The U.S. government had originally asked the Spanish government to use their bases in Rota for the F-15s to take off and do their attack run. And they were told no. A lot of commotion and whatnot about that, but the Spaniards had good reason to tell them no. First of all, it wasn't their business. It wasn't NATO business. And more pointedly, they were having their own trouble with terrorist attacks with Basque separatist groups and ETA. You can look those up if you like. So the Americans did what they did. They didn't get Gaddafi. He made his end years later. But this did not have a chilling effect or long-lasting effect on Spain, because they realized that sometimes the best thing you can do in your nation's best interest is to mind your business. Now, why am I telling you this? Is that this morning I read a strongly worded communique from the Gulf Cooperation Council condemning Iran for their violence against Gulf states. Nowhere do I read that they were condemning the U.S. or Israel for starting this ill-advised war, but they are condemning the Iranians because they allowed U.S. forces to strike Iran from their shores using U.S. munitions and their resources to get the job done. Look, I'm going to be very clear about this. When 9/11 occurred, I was torn apart to see my country suffering like that for no good reason. And let me point out that all 20 of those perpetrators were from Saudi Arabia. The same people that are egging Trump on to continue this war. But this time around, I don't see any justification in them starting this war and continuing this war with so much death and destruction for men, women, and children who are just trying to live their lives. I'm going to be clear, is that if this thing goes down on Friday, which I'm pretty sure that it's going to, there will be loss of life on both sides. But unlike 9/11, I'm not going to shed a tear. I have sympathy for those families who are going to lose loved ones, Iranian and otherwise. But this is a ill-intended, malevolent action by the United States and Israel. And I said on Monday that we have to stay in character. And my character tells me that I cannot side with wrong. I don't care how many press releases, I don't care how many celebrities get in front of this thing. This will never be right. And there are literally thousands of people already in their graves because of it. So come what may, I wish the GCC had behaved like the Spanish government back in 1986 and just told the U.S., no, we're not signing up for this. We're not going to do this. because a lot of resources, equipment, and material would not be destroyed had they had some intestinal fortitude, some backbone, a spine, and told them no. It's the 26th of March, 2026, and I'm Reg Knight. Have a good day.